Hey, what's what I got is Hexer, and today we're taking a look at the Target exclusive Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Gamorrean Guard. You can find other Black Series figures at Big Bad Toy Store, just use the link in the description. Alright, so these were some of the hardest to come by exclusives, just because I checked back at my Target like 4 or 5 times a week for the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 months that they've been out. And my Target never got them. They never, as far as I am aware, showed up online, and I was forced to have to go to eBay, where they were extremely expensive at first, but then they eventually came a little bit more down to earth. These guys originally retailed at $29.99. I was able to pick up each one of them for about $40 shipped. So I think that I made out pretty good, but I'm really glad that I did, because just taking them out of the package, and within like just a few seconds, I realized that these are probably some of the best Black Series figures to date. You put them up against all the other characters. Sure, there's probably some that are maybe a little bit better or I like more. Maybe it's because of the character. But the way that these are made, these are absolutely gorgeous. I love these so much. So, anyways, moving it on to the figure itself. I just had to say that because I'm that impressed by this figure. And most of the time I just kind of go through it. I'm like, yeah, here's this and that. But with this guy, man, this is one impressive figure. So, and to only pay $10, what is it, like $10 more? They retail at $30. This should have been a regular retail, sell. That way everyone could get their hands on it, because now I want more of them. So, but anyways, you get 3 accessories. So you get this weapon right here. Then you can see that it doesn't really have any paint to it, and it was kind of boring to me, so I'm just going to put it back in the package. I'm going to give them both their double axes. That you can see that there's a little bit of difference to each one of them. I had, the vintage one back in when I was a kid in the early 80s, and I remember him coming with this accessory. I don't remember about the other ones, but that was 30 years ago. So taking a look at the axes, so you can see the nice detail, so much more detail than just that one molded color here. So you get the brown going throughout here, you get this kind of metal gray look throughout here, and then you get which kind of looks like it's worn down, kind of a copper look here on the edge. And you can even see how the blade, like, it's real thick here. It goes a little narrow here. So it's like that it's been through some cleaving damage here. So, pretty cool looking. Then you get this one here, a little bit more traditional axe, where you can kind of see the wood here. Same detail with the silver or gray going throughout here, then with the copper here. You can even see... Get this to focus. Can we? Come on. There we go. You can kind of see like some cracks and stuff throughout here. So let's see. Are there any cracks and stuff? But you can see where it's thicker in parts and duller in others. I just think that's really cool. So, all right, let's get on to the figure itself. And one of the cool things, this head sculpt is beautiful. You can see the silver here, the horns, they look great. The brown up underneath this silver armor up here. You can see that it's detailed. It's got little studs in there. This back portion here, where it's like this black leather, or this brown leather, which has like kind of black going around the edges, and it's kind of weathered. You can see some stitching going along here, some cracks. That looks really cool. Then with the armor pieces here, kind of the same thing that you got on top with the little studs. So they're nicely detailed going down to the gauntlet. So it's all matching there. And then kind of to match this up here, you got this brown, which is, again, got that black wash or that brown wash where it's a darker brown on top of the lighter brown. So that looks really good. You get some paint here to kind of hold this little belt together, and you can kind of see that it's kind of got a leather kind of worn look to it. Get that, folks. You can see that it's got like some little pouches and stuff like that. Again, worn look. You can see there's a design there on the front. And then looking closer at the face, You see that he's got these little blue eyes with the white, the green that has some white paint, some brown paint going around it. So that looks really good. And then you have the teeth that look really good, and then the mouth opens, and pink tongue in there. I don't know if you can see all that, but because of the lighting, I forgot to turn one of the lights on. So just amazing looking. Then going down to this part again, I love the mixture of plastic with the soft goods. In this case, they did it really well, to where it's just like a little furry carpet. Some of it sheds a little bit, but that's all right. But I think it looks really good. And then with the the legs, all this big thick pig here, and he's got these gray little sandals on. He's got his toenails painted like yellow or something. So he's got his fingernails painted yellow too. So anyways, he wants to paint his nails, that's all right. All right, so as far as articulation, like I said, you got the mouth that opens, shuts. I kind of like it kind of mid right there. Head, you get some good articulation on. The shoulders, they move pretty freely, even with this armor piece here. So that's really good. They rotate as well. Then you have the swivel here in the elbow. You have the bend at the elbow. Then you have the wrist that rotates left to right. This one over here goes left to right. And you have the ball joint here at the waist instead of the chest, or such a big guy. I guess they're kind of the same thing. You can kind of see he's got this big little diaper on. Then his legs in and out, back and forth. This is kind of a soft, you can hear that, rubbery plastic, so you get a lot of movement there. You have the thigh cut. You have the knee bend. And then you have the foot that rotates, goes front and back. All these joints feel good. None of them are too tight to where you think you're going to break anything, and none of them are too loose to where you think that he's just going to be falling over. This is just an all-around solid figure. Whenever I do at the... Yes, we do it at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. My top toys, my toy purchases of the previous year. I can tell you right now that this guy is going to make it in. So he's one that I feel really confident about. So, anyways, if you can find these guys in store, or if you have to go on the secondary market, I highly suggest it. I mean, it's a really cool figure. So. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.